Satnam, it's your friend, Mahanraj Kaur. Hi, ladies. I love you so much. I just wanted to pop on here because I know we're not going to be able to get together in May because there's so many trainings and stuff. I can't get a weekend in my own studio. So the next time we're together is June 6th. But make sure you tune in to my other classes because I'm always thinking of you. So I want to talk about our journey in the Purkh. I know some of you did it, some of you haven't, some of you are struggling. And we're going to kind of put that to bed, but I wanted to kind of recap. I've never been through such a wild ride with Kundalini as I have been since January. So many things have been coming to the surface. So I want to talk to you about Kundalini Yoga, ladies, and what its intention is with you. Kundalini Yoga, the breath and the mantras, the sound current, starts to move and shift the recesses of your mind. Yogi Bhajan called it the mental intrigue. It's so that, and that came so up for me in the Purkh. What is a mental intrigue? The mental intrigue is this stuck energy in your subconscious that was formed as a baby, toddler, 3 years old, 5 years old. This method of the way we would see life, the way we would see love, the way that would connect to the most ordinary things in life: money, affection, food intake, relationships, decision making. And at the core of these mental intrigues, it's like there is this runway of neurological responses. So that when we think a certain way, someone says a certain thing, this plugs into the highway of our neurological pathways and always plugs it in, somehow gets it back to that most insecure, raw part of who we are, unbeknownst to us, connects to the mental intrigue and somehow makes that a part of our suffering. We are always saying, right, that Kundalini Yoga is the yoga of awareness. What does that mean? Over time, the breath and the chanting of mantra and the movement of the body brings us more and more aware. Much of our life before Kundalini Yoga, we just had response, we moved, we talked, we listened, and we were not aware of where are you in that? Where am I in that? And many of you heard that really deep, for me, deep sharing about how the Purkh had delivered me to this place of realizing how much I was leaning out to you, to Tony, to my success at my job, to my grandkids, to feel good. Now, it's okay to obviously enjoy and feel good doing it, but we don't want to need the grandkids or need Tony to save me or need your applause at a good class. We don't want to need it. We don't want to have to find our love there. We want to have it here. And we don't want that. When we're told, hey, your soul is your mate, we kind of, but I want an outside one. You can have that, but you got to have this right. So the soul mate, the soul, we picked a body, and this is sort of, Cathar. I am really developing from the Mahanraj method, all of the teachings that I have in my little beingness around the Christ and Mary Magdalene and Sacred Union has brought to me also this beautiful technology of what Ascension is. And we want to ascend. What that means is we're operating in a higher energy. We are operating in the higher self. And in order to do that, we need a physical body. We have been light beings and pretty much okay. You wouldn't be sitting here if this wasn't your birthright to go to the next level. You wouldn't even be in this conversation with me. What we are after is awakening our soul, our spiritual soul self in a physical body. And then what that does is we operate so different because we no longer are afraid. And in order to be fearless, You gotta go after those mental intrigues. So the yoga of awareness is always bringing up different like angles of looking at yourself in repetitious cycles. And as you do this yoga, you start to see different things. So for myself, I sort of alluded to this at the end of the Purkh. What was coming up for me was a deeper dive into my mental intrigue around my mother and my babyhood and what that meant to me. So my mom was a single mom. I've spoke about that she was considering giving me up for adoption, not because she didn't want to have a baby or love me, but I was in an affair. She's a single mom. It was about money. Do I have enough money to raise me? And guess what that laid on me? The financial obligation it is in love. That is the mental intrigue that came up so big for me on Mother's Day. I had a complete meltdown. And the meltdowns are necessary to get that anger and that raw, yucky fucking truth up and out. And how it ended up looking it was like there was a cost for everything, a cost for raising me, a cost for loving me. And then I always thought I needed to be of value. I need you to love me because it might cost you to be with me. And I'm always making deals around love and money because it's been ingrained in me. And in your life, something was ingrained. Money is a big bugaboo. And money is love. I know we want to make it separate. And then no. Money buys freedom. We're just fucked up around it. In America, we put on there, in God we trust. We lost our way, but we need to. So what that means is letting money be without the grasp on it, without I gotta have it to pay my mortgage, I gotta have it to do yoga, I gotta have it to whatever. No. It's like a river, and it flows, and it's always coming, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to have it. It's your birthright. Money is an energy that we use to appreciate and value and liberate. And when we're right with it, it's beautiful. But when we're wrong, we are always, it's so funny. So much awakening and stuff was happening for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm evolving. And you know what? The next thing my mind's thinking, how can we make money out of it? Maybe you could teach people how to do what you're doing. It's like, will you stop? Stop. But that's my mental intrigue. My mom was a banker, but I bet in the deep recesses, there's stuff around money. There's stuff around love. There's stuff around valuing yourself. There's stuff around being free. There's stuff around being a woman. And that's what the Great Divine Flow GDF graces are together. To be the best version of womanhood. To enjoy our sexuality. To enjoy our best friends. To enjoy money and love and food and dancing and happiness. Truly, your birthright is to be free. And the reason we do the Great Divine Flow Aquarian Graces is to be together and heal. So the next time we're going to be together is going to be June 6th. And we're going to really pump up energy. It's summertime. We're going to do some beautiful work. We're going to continue. We're going to work with Jupiter because Jupiter is in Aries. So we have gone through this huge, deep spiritual revolution when Jupiter was in Pisces. That with the sun went in Pisces, and then Venus was in Pisces, and Neptune's been riding in Pisces since 2012. So a lot of spiritual birthright, evolution, upgrade, next chapter stuff. Now, we're at the beginning cycle again with Jupiter because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So this is about, being seen and your innocence and your energy and your enthusiasm. We're going to do some amazing practices using the Jupiter energy to expand your confidence, to expand love, to expand prosperity and abundance. We want to do it different. We don't want to do prosperity and abundance things like grabbing. We want to do it like flowing, like magnetism. And we're going to do that with love, joy, and abundance. And we're going to do it together on June 6th, Sunday. I think it's the 6th. So I hope you will be there. It's a silent awakening, what's happening at Great Divine Flow. And we are a flow of love that is going to be spreading all throughout all of our lives. Some of us are in Canada, some in Hawaii, some in Tennessee. A lot of us in Vista and Yoga. Vista and Yoga. Vista, Oceanside, Temecula. I love you. I love you because I love me. I've never been so in love with little Marcy. She's such a good girl. And inside, that little girl is mothered now by a queen, Maharaj Kaur. More than anything, I want you to feel like a queen. A beautiful queen. One that offers gifts by just being in her presence. A one who is an authority in her life. A queen who has vision. A queen that exudes love. That's where we're going. I love you. I miss you. Come see me this weekend. Tomorrow, we are going to do a huge lunar eclipse activation. Sun in Taurus, moon in Scorpio, setting boundaries with our brain to not sabotage our joy. I love you. I hope to see you soon. Thanks for being in my life.